All right, everybody, we've got Pixelandy and EricICX here in Game 2 of our semifinals for the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for August 2022. 2 players who are ready. We've got a whole stream full of people who are ready. I am ready, and somehow these players are ready, so let's go ahead and get it started. Fractal is waiting in the finals for the winner of this one. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. For those of you watching on YouTube, I mean, you don't know, but we had to wait a little. We had to wait a little bit for Andy. Just a little bit. But that's okay. But yeah, we're gonna have to set up some hard and fast. I mean, we don't. I guess we have hard and fast rules, but we should. Well, I don't know. I don't like to be a hard ass about rules. But we're here and we're playing Tetris, and Andy has a Tetris and two lines. And yeah, for those of you who heard that belch on our YouTube upload for, what was it, Dog versus Sidnev? Yeah, there was a Pumpy left in a belch from our backup audio source. He claims it was an accident. I don't buy it. I think that he put it in there on purpose. So he's secretly trying to undermine public confidence in Vandy so that he can affect a takeover of Classic Tetris Monthly. That's what I think is happening. So we'll see. We got to keep our eye on that one. 144 Pixelandy, 106 for EricICX. 2 rollers, 2 tappers turn rollers. But, you know, I mean, normally I would, you know, if I have to make some kind of biological noise or whatever, if I have to, it's not often. But I have a mute button, but it's not on our backup audio source, that mute button. So, and he used the backup audio for that one and left in a biological noise. So thanks a lot, Pumpy Hearts. Tetris for Andy, 221, 158 for EricICX. Yeah, don't do, and it was like a minute and 50 seconds into the stream. So if you want to, we can take a look at the YouTube analytics later and actually see if people are like, I'm not watching this. What the heck? Did Pumpy leave in the belch on purpose? There's a poll in Twitch. He says he didn't. I don't know what to believe. I believe he's an honorable guy, but it just doesn't seem very Pumpy-like to make a mistake like this. You know, he's normally very responsible, thorough, and I generally have good things to say about him. But this is going on his performance evaluation for the year, that's for sure. 256 for Eric, 296 Pixel Andy. Tetris Alex says, Vandy, what are your opinions on scrambled eggas? What's an egga? I mean, eggs? I like scrambled eggs. I mean, that's, you know, it's my opinion, I think. Eggs, they're pretty good, but a lot of people make them really bad. Like if you heat them too fast, they coagulate too quickly and squeeze all the water out. So there's a lot of people who make them really bad. So if you're gentle with them, they're heavenly. 367 Pixelandy, 316 for EricICX. Andy getting up a little bit high on the board, but bringing it down. And we'll open up the well. 372 for Andy, 341 for Eric. And 4 players in the semifinals. 3 of them have won a CTM in the prize pool era, and Eric is the only one who has not. So Eric looking to advance to the finals for a chance at a big payday. Thanks to our very generous community members who have contributed to the prize pool, really increased the hype for this event, helped us sustain interest in what's going on in classic Tetris. I really, part of our job is to just keep people's interest in this thing until, CTWC rolls around each year. So we're just trying to continue to do that and to help, push the scene forward and have a completely different meta every time there's a new CTWC. And so the new viewers, who only watch once a year, they're like, what the hell happened? If only, oh my God, if they saw this in the last year, blah, blah, blah. So, we that's part of our job, is keep the scene alive so that CTWC can cash in on it. 503 for Pixel Andy, 468 for EricICX. So pretty low transitions by modern Tetris tournament standards here at the Masters event, but these players should be able to play very deep into kill screen, so there's no real incentive for them to take huge risks. But there will be next month, because there will be a double kill screen implemented. Any trouble here, I would say. But it's going to uncover and bang Tetris for Andy. No longer in trouble. There will be a double kill screen implemented next month. And we are shipping players the hardware necessary to patch the game so that they can implement a double kill screen on level 49. Be very difficult, if not impossible to survive. Maybe they can eke out a few lines or set up like a double Tetris or a single Tetris situation, before it hits. But it is a test. It is not necessarily permanent, but we're going to try it out. But it's a big lift. We've had to, commission the hardware to be custom made. And we're shipping it all out to about 13 players worldwide. A couple of misdrops there for Andy. 696 on level 24, 695 for 23. It's going to cost us about, it's again, we keep doing things that empty our bank account. Like every time we get a little flush, we're like, oh, let's do another thing that costs like way too much money. So we're doing it again. Thanks to our Raid Shadow Legends stream, though, it's really the only way we were able to afford it. So thanks again to those of you who endured that. I think endured is the right word. Xenorate says, watching the CTWC DAS bracket really made me remember how exciting a game implemented stopping point is. Yes, exactly. So I should be receiving those and shipping those out early this week. Well, no, actually, we don't really fully 100% know who's going to be in Masters. 841, Eric up high on the board. That long bar on the left is going to close off business, and he's going to top out 780. Pixel Andy gets the heart. All right, Eric says ready. All right, that is the warm-up. DF, is that what it is? DF? I think it's DF because it was, yeah, wasn't it CE? No, I'm on DF. All right, so they're on DF. All right, we got it ready from Eric. I just need a hover 3 or a ready from Pixel Andy. All right, there's the ready. All right, game 2, Pixel Andy, EricICX. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, EverDrives are back in stock? Oh my word. That's pretty good. But yeah, it's a huge undertaking. So yeah, the 49 kill screen will be implemented. Not kill screen, sorry. 2x kill screen. So it'll be twice the speed of the 29 kill screen. I think there are players who have played on it a bit. I think, what's the record? Like 11 lines or something? Either 7 or 11, one of those numbers. So we'll see what happens. And then, of course, we're going to do mandatory same piece sets. Because, since there is a cap, we want the players to. And they should all have the hardware necessary. We're going to have mandatory same pieces. So I'm looking forward to it. And then who knows what the future will bring. I think I have fully decided that we in the past, we're like, no, we're going to have a CTM in October, and we're just going to march on. We're going to do 12 CTMs this year, but I don't know, just looking at October and how busy it is, I think the whole team has been working really hard, so I think we're just going to take a month off in October. We're going to go dark in October and let CTWC have October. It was a little awkward the last couple of years because, they really took over 2 months, right? Like October and November. But now that they're really only taking over 1 month, it's kind of obvious. I think we're just going to go dark for October. So no CTM in October. It'll be all CTWC. Let them have it. And I'll be there. I think I'll be helping out. I think they want me to help out. So I don't know what exactly I'll be doing, but maybe I'll get to call some side station matches or whatever. Or who knows? Maybe maybe Tanya's one of these other commentators will get Tanya Harding, and whatever, they'll call in old Vandy to the big leagues. We'll see. 225 for Pixel Andy, 286 for EricICX. Andy with a T-spin setup hits the T-spin. Mr. Rain says the tire iron to the larynx. Yeah, or the larynx. I can never been able to say that word. I always have a problem. I always larynx, Larynx. It's not a word I hear pronounced out loud all the time. 274 Andy, 354 EricICX. But you don't know. Like somebody could get COVID. They could get. You don't know what they'll get. And you got to be ready to go. Or, maybe James Chen will have a pool party to go to, or maybe he'll have to pick some pecans or something. 342 Andy, 401 EricICX. And good adjustments here from Pixel Andy. And would like some kind of piece that worked with his stack, but really awkward RNG for his stack right now for Andy. EricICX 471 through 98 lines. Somebody's saying, are we doing stupid Tetris Monthly in October? I don't think so. Oh, Andy, I don't think that was intentional, but he set up a dirty Tetris. Now the roller should be able to get the long bar over to the left, but sometimes those 5 taps are tricky. And yeah, they're gonna stash that long bar to the right. All right, looks like Andy's gonna survive this, but has only 20 lines to go until the 19 transition, and has just a whole board's worth to clear away. Although it does have a Tetris well stashed here. Oh, now it's dependent on the long bar. But nope. Just going to take this down bit by bit. Andy should be out of danger. Has 10 lines to clear away those 4 or 5 garbage rows. And Andy should be good going into 19. Uncovers the right side. He's at 419. And a Tetris will bring him to 443 here at the 19 transition. 611 for Eric. Oh, no. And a couple of misdrops here from Eric. And all of a sudden, his situation looks very dire. 4 lines to go until 19. And this is so tough. The rolling, I mean, it's like, thank goodness he can do it. Oh, it's that T-spin. And huge epic survival for EricICX. A couple of doubles in a row with the J and then the L. And yeah, clip it and ship it to TikTok. What a dig and survival for EricICX. That is just crazy. And Eric with the Tetris, the lead, and a low clean board. Wow. Holy mackerel. Threes 2 says average roller dig, to be honest. Listen, we got to have a little bit of hype here for the audience. Threes 2s, okay? 693 Eric, bang Tetris. 721, there's one for Andy. 616. So Eric with a 100,000 point lead and a couple of lines behind. There's a Tetris for Andy. Eric, long bar, Tetris. And a couple of long bars in a row for Eric. Another Tetris, 786. Still got that 100,000 point lead. Andy with the Tetris. Another one for Andy. There's one for Eric. Andy with a little bit of digging to do is open for a split double, but just going to take this down. All right, Andy almost back to clean. Eric not. I'm clenching a little bit here. More survival antics for Eric. And bang Tetris down the left side. A couple rows off the bottom. Eric clean again. Tetris. Bang. There's Andy trying to down stack a bit here, trying to clean all this up. Still over 100,000 point lead and more now for Eric. Andy now set up, bang Tetris. 830 on 27, 937 for Eric on 27. Eric into 28 at 945. And Andy's board not looking so great right now. 7 lines away from the 29 transition. Just wants to bring this down. Have something playable for 29. Eric into 29. A23 with the max out. Andy hangs a long bar in column 9 and can't get the other one over. He's going to top out at 848. And EricICX is good. Level 30 with the max out. The 1,034,900. And the game is tied. GG's. EricICX, bro, I don't know what happened to transition. That was nuts. That's what he said. That's what he typed that right there. All right, we got it ready from Pixel Andy. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Well, Delight is the truth asking if Dog and Andy make it, are we going to send 2 or 1? They don't need it because they have EverDrives. So it's not a reward. We're just trying to facilitate everybody having that. And not everyone can afford like a $200 EverDrive. So it's not like a prize. It's something that we're doing to try to just make sure that everyone, you know, is able to compete with the tournament patch. Yeah, so you know, it's like, oh, it's not fair because, you know, just because I have an EverDrive, I don't get. Yeah, it's not a reward. We're trying to facilitate the tournament. You know. Xenoray says, is it just Gym version 5? Yes, but with some additional tournament elements patched in. Tournament-friendly elements that we have worked with the developer to include. All right, 94,000 now, 117 for Pixelandy, 79,000 for EricICX. Andy with a couple of skims here on the right side, getting Tetris set up, and bang, Tetris for Andy, 187, 131 for our good friend EricICX. And we thank Eric, of course, for his sportsmanship while we were waiting to get this match underway. You like it, you know, when our players, you know, they almost entirely have great sportsmanship and understanding when there's a delay or things happen, especially if they themselves have been the source of delays in the past. We expect them to be like, okay, well, you know, you got yours, give them theirs, right? 201 for EricICX, 255 for Pixelandy. And both of them are going to Tetris. So just about a 54,000 point lead for Eric or so. Yeah, I have not booked everything for CTWC, so I probably should do that before there's like no hotels left, but see, I want to book the whole thing entirely with you know, reward points, like credit card points, but you know, the best deals are not right next to the Oregon Convention Center. The best, you know, redemption is downtown, which is like across the river. It's only, you know, it's only a mile and a half away, and I could walk it or Uber it or whatever, but I don't know. Still haven't decided. I'm being very indecisive about where I want to stay. 319 for EricICX. Hatful of Hollow says I can stay at their house, Vandy. Oh, well, that's very nice of you. I don't know. I don't want to stay at someone's house. I'm not sure if I do. Kingsman says, Van, let's get Airbnb with 30 of our 30-plus-year-old players. We could. I don't know, but do I really want to see, like, Kingsman walking around in his boxer shorts and, I don't know, or, like, going to the bathroom after he's used it, or I don't know if I want to do that. The other thing is, like, if you get it with a bunch of adults, I mean, they just have, like, other, you know, things that they want to do that maybe, like, they want to stay up, they want to drink, they want to, you know, do other things substance-wise that I'm not really into. And I find all that stuff, like, super annoying. And that's why I just prefer to be by myself, because then I'm just in control of my environment, and, you know, I don't have to sit there and tolerate someone else's stuff that I just don't like. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just prefer that. $554 Pixelandy, $416 for EricICX. Like, you know, like when I was in college, I requested and lived on what was called the 24-hour quiet floor. Because, you know, it was just basically people who did not want to party, make a lot of noise. I mean, they were all very nice, and like it was a good group of friends in college, but like it was just like very quiet, chill people who were not loud. 603 Pixel Andy, 451 for EricICX. I mean, that was great. It was like the best floor, and it was just really nice people. You know, there was almost no douchebaggery, except for like some of the people. Like there weren't enough people who wanted the quiet floor, so they put people on the quiet floor who did not want to be on the quiet floor, and so they were not 100% respectful of the quiet meta. 682 Pixel Andy, 513 Bank Tetris, now 540 for EricICX. $742 for Andy, $572 Eric, so about 170,000 point lead for Andy here on level 22. Yeah, I didn't go to college to party. I went there to study philosophy, okay? I went there to gain wisdom. It's the only reason I went. They didn't have any wisdom, so did not go well. 832 for Pixel Andy, 658 for Eric. Yeah, but if they're blasting music in your dorm, blast these Tetris comms right at them. Tetris Andy, 898, 751 for Eric. He's going to Tetris. They're both going to Tetris. Still about 140,000 point lead for Andy here on 25. Eric into 26. Bank Tetris for both. Andy now into 26. It's a shame that really any of these players can't make it to the finals. I mean, they are all finals worthy, all battle tested. You know, 4 of the best NES Tetris players in history in our semifinals, and it's just really a shame that they all can't go to the finals. So, but at least they all get in the prize pool. All right, Andy cleaning up a little bit. This is going to allow Eric maybe to catch up a bit. Bang Tetris for Eric into 29 at 980. Andy with the 1,078,000. He's cleaned up now with a good low board. See if he's setting up a little bit here. Has one line to go until 29. Eric looking to build Tetrises here, I think, but gonna have to take this back down. Andy set up for a Tetris, gonna end up just taking the triple. And you can see Andy was setting up for Tetris as B06, Andy A08 for EricICX. So, oh no, that left side for Eric. Oh no, that left side for Eric. He's gonna have to scramble here. I don't think he can bring this down, and he's not gonna be able to. Eric's gonna top out at 1,016,000 points. Andy is already good, gets heart number 2. All right, both players are ready. Let us go. It is game 4, knocking on your door. Hell yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, they are setting up. They are building the same. They are building the same until that T, I think, was the difference. All right, Tetris for both. difference here early on, just the one burn from Eric. So I wonder how did Andy know that he was up late? Did like someone run in and wake him up, or? All right, Andy with a bit of a mess up top, but still low enough. Oh boy. All right, opens up the right side. He's going to bring this down, so Andy should be back down to safety. Mr. Brain says this is low. Yeah, I mean for rollers, I mean it's pretty low for them. All right, Andy's going to uncover the right side and adjust that T for the square. In the meantime, game dropping T's in the middle of Andy's board. And we'll be able to uncover the right side. Look for that long bar for the score and to bring this down. And there it is, long bar Andy. Rollers shaking their heads, man. I will say, you know, DAS players, you know, they all had a tradition, a habit of shaking their heads at various times. And then tappers, they didn't shake their heads very much. Like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But rollers have now begun something about rolling. They're now shaking their heads just like DAS players used to. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but rollers, there's definitely a some kind of phenomenon where they shake their heads. All right, 122 for Pixel Andy, 235 for EricICX. I think maybe they just put themselves in dependent situations. Dirty Tetris for EricICX. Uncover the well, and another one for Eric. I think they just put themselves in very dependent situations, kind of high up on the board where DAS players find themselves. And then when they get, you know, RNG, they shake their head or they misdrop. You know, this is probably more prone to misdrops than tapping is. So it's probably just more misdrops and things like that. So yeah, high level of, that's what DAS and rolling share, the level of incredulity that besets the players from time to time. 197, bang Tetris for Pixel Andy, 355 for Eric. So big lead for Eric. And there's one for Andy, 243. Eric with the lead with the Tetris setup. And getting droughted a little bit. There's the bar, bang Tetris, 402 for Eric. And 270 for Pixel Andy. NGC Man says, us DAS players still shake our heads. We just don't do it in front of anyone anymore because we can't make masters anymore. I don't know. I would like to get to a point where, you know, there's just like a DAS division that just happens every month. And, you know, if you do your qualifiers in DAS, then you can just play in the DAS division. I want to keep, you know, I definitely want to keep that alive. I think, you know, there's been a resurgence of interest now, and that is good. We still have to finish our DAS National Championship, but we got to figure that out. Who is it? AV Geek and Matt Martin and Sharky and Hufflepuff, I guess. We still got to finish that out. Try to find time for that. Maybe in September. We still got to do our Extreme Sports with the Berenstain Bears. I don't want to delay that anymore, but oh my word. Need a break. 527 for Eric here. But having to burn all this away. There we go. Very interesting dependency there in column 8 for Eric. And there's the long bar to fill it out. It just needs one more to bring this down. Eric, bang Tetris. A lot of 5s on the board right now. Andy's going to transition to 19. He's at 461. And Eric with a little bit of a drought. I guess they both had the drought, but there we go. Eric going to convert a Tetris 581 transition. Good transition score for Eric. And bang, Tetris for Eric. 611 on 20. 492 for Pixelandy. Oh, Andy gonna sneak a couple of long bars over to the right. Rollers shaking their heads, man. Yeah, we need to open a new channel just for clips of rollers shaking their heads. That T did not land exactly where Andy wanted. Bang Tetris anyway, 587. Still behind Eric by about 114,000. He's going to Tetris though. Right, Andy set up. Bang Tetris, 625. Eric, there's one. So both into level 23. Andy ahead by 6 lines. Andy on 24, a lot of white pieces on the board there. And bang, a couple of Tetrises for Andy, back by a little over 100,000 points. He's going to cut into that lead again. So again, Andy ahead in lines. Oh, Stack Attacka 1982 wants heart monitors on the players in Portland. How do we do that? Do they just does like Elgato sell heart rate monitors that hook into OBS or what? $954 for Eric, 819 now, 853 for Andy, level 27. Eric needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. Bang Tetris for Eric, A22. That's the max out. There's one for Andy into 28. I think it's cool, but I don't think we want to distract the players with something that is ultimately frivolous. You know, there's a lot on the line for these players. They play all year here in our minor league tournament. Oh, Andy not thrilled with that. And Andy going to top out at 907. Eric is good. B04. A 1.1 heading into 29. And Eric going to get that heart. We have ourselves a decider. How is this still only game 2? Like, oh my God, I've been streaming for 2 hours, 24 minutes. Oh my word. Should have disqualified Andy when I had the chance so I can get to bed. I got work tomorrow, guys. D-cider time. There is the giant D-cider, most delicious drink. The cider time. 3-2-1 Tetris. One-eyed elf says, Vandy, what do you think of trying minors as an adult in courts? It's complex. And I can't answer it during the YouTube portion of the stream, so maybe during the non-YouTube portion of the stream, you can ask me again. Pumpy says, Vandy, what do you think about trying Tetris minors as Tetris adults? All right, as mentioned, it is a decider. The winner will go and face Fractal 161. Fractal looking to defend his title. He's the reigning CTM champion, as we all saw in Austin, Texas, my adopted hometown, for now anyway. Who knows? Some of these other towns starting to look a little better to me, to be honest. Like, I don't know, New Hampshire? Maybe. 136 Andy, no burns so far. 118 for EricICX. Oh, nice adjustment there for Andy to make room for the J. Still no burns from Pixel Andy. Don't want to jinx it, but so there's an interesting placement there for Eric. Not sure if that's how he intended that to go, but this actually shouldn't be all that complex for him to fill out. And it should burn away relatively easily. We'll see. Cursing it.
Yes.
All right, so Andy's still on no burns here. We're going to have to take his first burn. So there you go. 228 through 41 for Andy, 174 for Eric, and was not able to get out of this relatively easily. So it's going to cost Eric a little bit of pace, but, you know, Tetris in 2022, there was no pace. 2023, we're bringing pace back. Salazar Naruto 52 says, question mark, question mark, question mark. First time chat. Welcome, Salazar.
On it.
Oh, did my MacBook just summon the digital assistant? Is that what? Because I can't hear it. Oh my god, I gotta turn that off. Here, let's see what it says. Hey Siri, who won the 2018 Classic Tetris World Championship?
Here's what I found from shacknews.com.
Oh, it just gave me a here's what I found.
The 2019 Classic Tetris World Championship, becoming a back-to-back winner after surviving
It muted
a tough
the music?
challenge from
Oh my
Japanese
word.
Tetris Grandmaster Corian.
All right, I'm gonna have to turn that off during the streams. I totally forgot. See, I'm kind of new to using Macs, and I completely forgot. 438 for Pixel Andy, 289 for EricICX. Like, it's so useless, that digital assistant. Like, it doesn't answer the question. It just pulls up an article. Like, are you supposed to, like, read and interpret the article for me? Pixel Andy with a dirty Tetris, 484, about 150,000 points ahead of EricICX. Oh, imagine if we could get that lady who is the voice of that digital assistant to read some of the online facts. Oh my god. Is that person available on Cameo, kind of like we did Chris Hansen? Because if so, I want to get her to read some online facts. All right, that's my new life dream. All right, 495 for Pixel Andy, 405 for EricICX. I realize now, though, that Pumpy will probably take out the music and that digital assistant along with it. So nobody will have any idea what is going on. And I should have just ignored it. All right, 567 for Pixel Andy and 474 for EricICX. So Eric has cut into that lead. There's the Z-spin for Pixel Andy. Oh, I would love to get John Green as our celebrity commentator, or that what's that guy? Adam Ruins Everything. 575 for Pixel Andy. 522 for EricICX. He's going to Tetris. When will we have another Chris Hansen appearance anyway? That's I don't know. It might be just a one-time thing. I mean, on my bucket list is to get Chris Hansen to actually be like a live sideline reporter. So we'll make that. I mean, it depends how big we're going to get, you know. If we can get big, we'll make it happen. For the memes. You know, like CTWC has Arda Ocal, and we have Chris Mother effing Hansen. Like, how great would that be? That'd be fantastic, you know. No shade, you know, being cast on Arda at all, but I mean, Chris Hansen, legend, right? Tetris for Pixel Andy 701, 667 for EricICX. Valerie, get on that. Help me out, Valerie. Dr. Jules says Art is a proper sports journalist, though, but that's not what you want. You don't need that. You don't need a journalist. You need memes. 762 for Pixel Andy. 733 for EricICX. We're in the home stretch. Same lines, separated by, about a Tetris and a half. Bang Tetris for Eric, 769. Andy is got a messy board, and Eric is clean and will Tetris into the lead. This one's going down to the wire. Oh no, Eric's board. What is this? This is trouble. Oh, and he's going to sneak that piece around and just going to have to sneak a series of pieces around. Eric, oh my word. Oh my goodness. And he's going to survive this, but Andy not really in a spot to take advantage and take the lead back. Although, yes, now he is. I mean, clip that and ship that to YouTube. That's to YouTube, TikTok, whatever. Ship it somewhere. Ship it to your mom's house. Oh, and Eric still admired in this dig. Andy's going to Tetris back into the lead here on 28. Eric's got to get this cleaned up. He's got 10 lines. The burns kind of line themselves up pretty nicely. Oh, no, and another misdrop. That is not going to help Eric at all. This could be kind of the spiral. Oh, but he's going to get that long bar over for the dirty Tetris, 875. And it's going to need to bring this down. Overshift on the square. Oh my word. Oh, needs that. Oh, can't get that long bar over. And Eric is going to top out at 888. And Andy is good here with the 916 on level 30. Eric, very gutsy performance. Almost clutched it out. Some of the best digging we've ever seen, but that overshift on the square kind of to the right festered a bit. And oh no, and then it was just a couple. I mean, and then he just, it just breaks down from there. But wow, holy mackerel. And it's going to be Pixel Andy heading into the finals. And I'm sure Eric very disappointed in how that played out. But GG's. I mean, that was really epic. Hopefully Eric is okay. Seems like maybe hurt his elbow or something like that. I hope he's okay.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. Join our Discord server, the largest classic Tetris community online, at ctm.gg/discord, and follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.